Hey, welcome back to Brotato, episode 8. Rough. Anyway, so we're talking about Facebook nostalgia. So, Facebook is pretty much, your typical run-of-the-mill, like, all your friends are posting selfies and stuff. Facebook, circa, 2011 to 2013, was pretty much what Instagram later on became, and, Snapchat is currently, I guess. And so, basically, it's this voyeur, it's this ability to sort of, enjoy, what your friends are posting, give or take, priorities and all that. And I got. Anyways, we're gonna do a new run as old, and we're gonna do a rock because we're old. Anyway, oh, I'm in a tiny little cave. That's not good. So, the whole thing ends up happening that there's, again, it's chronological. You're friends with people that you know in real life, or you're friends with old pen pals from back in the day on an even older internet when everyone was on Skype and Newgrounds. And pretty much it's a way to stay connected, which means voyeuristically look at, your hot friends and what they're up to. And what ends up happening is basically, everyone's posting all the games that they're playing, and that's that. Then around 2014, 2015, things kind of get shaken. You see, around 2014, 2015, the internet, by and large, a lot of social media, like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all these places, more so YouTube, pushes for this thing called engagement over entertainment. You see, back in the old YouTube days, if anyone remembers, YouTube actually used to have an instant messenger. You used to be able to message people on YouTube. You could actually DM people on YouTube. You could RP and shit as a furry anthropomorphic werewolf in YouTube DMs, right? And this was back in 2008, 2009, maybe 2010. And what ended up happening was, back then it was all a matter of getting views. I actually used to have an old YouTube channel where I posted, and this is really silly, and I'm sure this does not have the novelty that it once did, no doubt about it. But I have 3 rocks, oh my god, I'm like that kid from Charlie Brown during the Halloween special. Anyway, so I posted a Johnny Bravo the Abridged series spoof parody video that ended up getting 50,000 views. And this was in 2009, 2010. That was wild, right? That was wild to me. I couldn't conceive of that, And then I ended up deleting that YouTube channel for reasons that I shouldn't have. But because Lord knows it always gets harder to build a new brand, right? But what ended up happening was, let's see, okay, oh my. What ended up happening was, instead of caring about views and subscribers and stuff like that, YouTube was like, hey, we should push for how long the video is actually retaining attention. Part of the reason for this was because of ad money. Because, you see, one of the things that sites make money off of is having advertisers pay for ad space. And the only way that people are going to watch ads is if people have an attention retention on a video that is relatively long and gets ads played throughout the video. And basically, this was kind of the beginning of the end for the golden age of the internet, because instead of it being a matter of just, hey, let me post silly, stupid videos of me and my friends on a trampoline or something like that, right? There was even this one video years ago where these 2 girls do a hot pepper challenge, and it goes so wrong that they end up having to be on ventilators or something, or doing inhalers. And I think they eat a raw, fresh Carolina Reaper or something. And that kind of video, if you know the one I'm talking about, that got millions of views, dog, But it was relatively short. It was 5 minutes or something. It was a bit of a comedy sketch. And it was, obviously not ad worthy, nor necessarily ad friendly. So, the idea of getting a lot of views on stuff, kind of becomes the beginning of the end. Okay. Yeah, or it kind of doesn't become the main goal. And what ends up happening is basically everything is a matter of trying to get your attention and keep your attention. Now, one of the things is that you get people's attention by predominantly being either lascivious or funny. You keep people's attention by predominantly being morbid and drama-filled, right? And suddenly we enter an internet that is about a lot of grift, a lot of criticism, a lot of back and forth, a lot of meanness. And this tends to really, go up a notch around like 2015, 2016. Really, it kind of starts in 2014. The dust settles in like 2016. That the internet is, sort of run by algorithms, and that it's all geared to sort of, be rage bait and keep you clicking and keep you commenting. One of the things about discourse is like, you only can keep people's attention span and keep them talking and keep them on a platform if you make the platform full of outrage, right? Because when someone sees something that they like or agree with, most of the time, they just like it. They go, haha, oh, that's cute, right? Or whatever. If you want someone to really stay the night, hang around for a while, you get them PO'd. You make them want to comment. You post an article about something that's rage bait, that's weird, that's stupid, that confuses people, that makes them go, what? This is wrong. This is morally wrong. And then they comment on it. And then the site constantly has people on the site because they're always fighting. Now, this was especially huge in the 2016 election because one of the things that happened, and I saw this firsthand, was Facebook's algorithm specifically showed people memes that they would disagree with, so that way they would argue and fight with other people and argue with other people in the comment sections. Because that's how you geared engagement. How you drove engagement was through grift and rage bait. And we can all say that that's like rude and gnarly, and I completely agree. Because it is kind of short term, but that's in large part exactly why people often try to see it like a quick grift that they're going to hop on the boat for and leave. It's a gold rush. It's a pump and dump. They know that it's short term, which is why they're going to basically put the RageBait article out, be on it for about a year or two, and then sell the account to someone who will then start posting clickbait, like journal articles about surgery or about other RageBait articles where they make money off of it, and so on and so on. And basically, that has been Facebook in some respects for a while. However, it was particularly like that for the first time around 2014, 2016. Now, 2017 was a weird Springs Awakening because it was a weird renaissance. Because what you had was Facebook was no longer a place where it was trying to explicitly be rage bait. It was explicitly more about games again, just like how it had been back in the Golden Age. Now, the Golden Age Facebook, much like the Golden Age Internet, was a place where there was very little moderation, and so people could post a lot of things, and it was up to everyone else's discretion to decide if they still wanted to be friends with that person or not. And honestly, for the most part, like, I do think something needs to be done after a while about, like, certain kinds of negativity in, like, comment sections or whatever. But for the most part, I do think that, like, users should have even more components built into their profile about how they want to deal with, getting away from, like, toxicity and negativity on social media. Okay, but such as unfollowing, unfriending, blocking, hiding, stuff like that even more. But all these options should be in tandem. It shouldn't just be like one. Because it's not cathartic when you just say hide. It's not enough to just hide it from me. Anyway, so one of the things that ends up happening is 2017 Facebook is this renaissance where it pushes games again. One of the games to come out of this was a game called Everwing, which was basically a constant up-scroller game where you played as like a dragon rider and you had to avoid things that were coming at you. It was effectively along the lines of like Robot Unicorn Attack or Temple Run, only much more geared to be looking like a cartoon from the Hub or Discovery Kids.